big road trip coming up this week for you guys. What's kind of the mentality and approach heading into a busy week with also potentially just that trade deadline in the back of it too?
Yeah, I think we're just taking things one day at a time. The focus is about having a couple of good practice days, which doesn't happen a lot, this time of year, to get a few days to work on some things and be ready to go Wednesday in Colorado.
Can you talk about that game against Florida, just kind of maybe some areas where you guys would like to clean up offensively, defensively heading into this trip?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to learn, and that's what happens. We play really good teams in this league, and I obviously don't think we had our best, but we got much better than we showed the other night, and it'll happen. We just got to learn from it and play another really good team on Wednesday.
I know. Going back, I mean, you played them here last week, but going back to Colorado this time, does that mean a little something more, JJ?
Yeah, I think it'll be special, and I think it does help, getting to see all the guys last week. But it's also good this time of year, focused on getting points and playing well and pushing towards the playoffs. So that's still the main focus.
What's the best memory, obviously, Stanley Cup?
Yeah, of course. There were a lot of really good friends in that team, but when you win with a group, it's special. It bonds you, and just the way that it was kind of built over the years was super fun to be a part of, and that year we won was super special.
JT, just this team's shown a lot of resiliency since the new year. You had those 2 losses out in Western Canada, then bounced back. What do you have to do to kind of bounce back on these last 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, I think especially when you're going on the road, it's a good chance to tighten the game up, and winning road games is a little different than home. It's defensive focused and playing solid and doing it for 60 minutes, and it's a good opportunity to do that against a really good team on Wednesday.
Thanks, JT.
We're still in a maintenance or?
No, Dylan's out. Approximately 2 weeks, lower body injury. So we'll probably have a better feel of his progress after the road trip.
Happened during the game Saturday?
Yep, during the game, yep.
Will you need to call somebody up for the trip? Or?
Potentially on the trip. Very comfortable with the 12 forwards we skated and practiced with today. So we wouldn't be calling anyone up to go in the lineup, just not yet. Probably a day-to-day type feel.
So is Joe going to get that, or what are you how are you going to redistribute those minutes? Or
yeah, it's going to be probably more minutes for Joe, as you saw. Even we slotted Joe between Cat and Kane today. If you guys recall, last time Dylan was out, Joe got in that 18 to 20 range. You've got 21, 22 one night. So, yeah, some probably increased minutes for the whole group. Good challenge for us. Everyone goes through injuries. We didn't handle it very well last time Dylan was out. I think we'll respond a little better this time around.
Well, when Dylan was out last time, it felt like you had way more injuries.
Yes. When Dylan was out last time, we were out 2 goalies. Yeah. We were out JT Compher. We were out David Perron. So yes, we've been fortunate with our depth all year long, and this will be tested again. And I'm confident in the group.
Where do you miss him the most? On the offense?
He's 1C. He's right down the middle. He's by far our most minutes guy. He's one of the only guys that plays in all 3 situations: 5-on-5, penalty kill, and power play. And he's a driver for us. So these are the bumps. You want to stay in that battle. You want to get over that line. You got to fight through some of these things. And this is our opportunity in this road trip.
Do you say anything to the guys? Just, this is such especially a crucial time of year. Just, you've talked a lot about how it's not going to get any easier and such, but to not let losing a guy like Dylan for 2 weeks creep into anything.
No, I think everyone's got to do a little bit more. I think they understand the task. This group's been pretty good, battling in the moment, hence our 3rd period comeback record, even going our last road trip. We lose the first 2 games, win the back end of it, have a pretty good road trip. So the moment right now is Colorado and our current road trip. And we'll have to battle and grind for every point available.
Derek, you said you think you'll respond better without Dylan this time. What kind of gives you that confidence?
Exactly what was brought up. We had both centers out. We have DP. half of our top 6 out, and our 2 goalies were not in the lineup when Dylan was out. So I just think we're deeper throughout the lineup.
Is this sort of having, it seems you got a lot of guys that can play both special teams that aren't on special teams.
Yep.
Does that help
Absolutely.
fill in?
Yep, absolutely. Obviously, we'll probably slot Joe up in our top 4 on the penalty kill. You saw the way we had the power play units. Get caught back on a power play. So again, everyone will just share those minutes.
You have some options in who to put there. What do you like so much about Joe? Like that he makes such a good fit there.
Pace.
Yeah.
He can skate. I think you see when someone can have success with Kat and Kane, they just work better when someone's providing some pace for them. And that was Dylan, and Joe has that ability to do that also.
Does having a couple days off in practices make it a little easier as sort of an on-ramp to reestablish what the lineup
It's great.
looks like?
On-ramp, I like this. I like that because there's some truth to it, and we can adjust with our lines. We get a couple practice days. We get to work on special teams without Dylan. So yeah, I think the 2 days is beneficial in this situation.
So, I don't know, getting closer now?
No, I wouldn't call him closer. He got on the ice at the end of practice today, just do some footwork, but he's still in that week-to-week range.
So just you will call somebody up to have with you tomorrow
Not
night, or
necessarily. No,
Okay.
it'll be a day-to-day type thing. We're comfortable with the 12-7 we practiced with today, going into Colorado. Obviously,
so you could go 11-7 if you. Yeah.
Yes, we could go 11-7. Obviously, we have a little bit of time in between, but we do face a back-to-back there, 3 and 4. So I don't know if we'll bring anyone on the front end of it, but I think it's even something we may even talk about every day.
You talk about some of these measuring stick games, Florida, a couple coming up here on this road trip. What can you learn from this team, regardless of result, from these measuring stick games?
Yeah, just where we're at exactly. So it's probably literal, right? A measuring stick. You rifle through these top teams, legit Stanley Cup contender, AA plus type contenders. I would put in Colorado and Florida. But it's about us managing our game. We had a great opportunity on Saturday. 0-0, 30 minutes in. We're the team that hit the goalpost. We're the team that had the breakaway. We gave up 5-on-5. They scored a power play, and that's all of a sudden 2-0. You kind of let that game slip. So margin of error is obviously much thinner playing these type of teams. You go to our Colorado win, we get 1 goal. So I still think it's about the team game, keeping it out of our net, maybe even more so with their leading scorer out. But again, I just think it's more about us and playing our game correctly no matter who you play.
2 weeks doesn't sound like much, but I think it's probably going to be 7-8 games. I mean, it's
That's a lot of hockey games.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
urgency you guys have to play with, just there's no let up.
Yeah, of course. We're going to be battling. And my message to the guy, all along, if we were to ever stay in this fight, if we ever going to, especially, stay in this battle right to the end, it would take everything was going to be difficult. And at times it didn't feel difficult. And of course, we're in it now. Thanks, guys.